The snow was falling softly outside the cafe window, covering the streets in a quiet white blanket. Inside, warm yellow lights glowed, but one man sat alone at a corner table, staring down at his untouched coffee. People walked past him laughing, holding gifts and shopping bags, excited for Christmas Eve, but he looked like he didn't belong to the joy around him. Daniel Carter, the CEO of a billion-dollar tech company, wiped his eyes quickly, hoping no one noticed the tears forming. Just a few hours earlier, he had given a speech to hundreds of employees, smiling confidently as always. But now, sitting alone in this small cafe in Toronto, he felt more empty than he had ever felt in his life. His phone buzzed again. Another message from the board of directors about next year's profits. Daniel sighed and turned the phone face down. Christmas used to mean something to him. Years ago, it meant his mother's warm cooking, loud laughter filling the house, and the smell of cinnamon and pine. But she had passed away 3 winters ago. Since then, Christmas had become just another day on the calendar. A small voice suddenly interrupted his thoughts. "Don't cry, mister." Daniel looked up, surprised. Standing beside his table was a little girl, no older than 6. She wore a pink winter coat that looked slightly too big for her and held a small stuffed snowman in her hand. Her curly brown hair peeked out from under a knitted hat. Daniel quickly wiped his eyes again. "I'm not crying," he said quietly. The girl tilted her head like she didn't believe him. "Yes, you are," she said gently. "My mommy says people cry when their hearts hurt." Daniel didn't know whether to laugh or feel embarrassed. Before he could say anything, the little girl pulled a chair closer and climbed onto it without asking. She leaned forward with the serious expression only children can have. "My name is Lily," she said. "Why are you sad?" Daniel hesitated. It felt strange telling his feelings to a child he had never met, but something about her kindness made his guard fall. "It's Christmas," he said slowly, "and sometimes Christmas can feel lonely." Lily thought about this carefully, swinging her small legs under the table. Then she smiled brightly. "Well, you can borrow my mom." Daniel blinked in confusion. "What?" Lily nodded proudly. "You can borrow her for a little while," she repeated. "She's really good at hugs." For a moment, Daniel just stared at her, not sure what to say. The sincerity in her voice was so pure that he felt his chest tighten. Just then, a woman hurried toward their table. "Lily, I told you not to wander around," she said, slightly out of breath. The woman looked to be in her early 30s. She wore a simple winter coat and carried a grocery bag filled with small Christmas decorations. When she noticed Daniel, she quickly apologized. "I'm so sorry if she bothered you." Daniel shook his head. "No, not at all," he said.